Crypto meme coins have been going absolutely viral over the past few weeks. But a question I see quite often is, how do you find them before they go this crazy, before they do that 1000x? There's, for example, a coin called 𝗕𝗁𝗀 that went to, $500 million worth of market cap. And some people were able to turn a couple $100 into millions. And many people don't get where it comes from. Where do you find these? How do you get into them? And a very common question is, can you actually sell? So make sure you press that like button as we'll talk about all these things. We'll talk about where to find them, how to buy them, and how to sell them. Make sure you press the like button like I said, and let's dive right in. So first of all, let's quickly state, there are 4 websites that you'll probably need. 1 is CoinMarketCap, 2 is DEX Screener, 3 is DEX Tools. These are interchangeable, number 2 and 3. There's just 2 different websites that people might use. And 4 is Pump.fun. Now, again, what all these are, I'll explain in a second. CoinMarketCap is like, I'd say the most common overview of all the cryptos. Obviously, not every single one of them is listed straight away, but it's a good list that has most of the main ones. It says on the top left, there's 2.4 million, but you can see they're all ranked in a really easy to see manner. DEX Screener is the website I've got open here now, and all it basically does is show you either the chart of a newly launched coin, a hyped up coin in a more, I'd say, meme coiny fashion. This is way more oriented towards newer and very trending coins. We'll talk about why later. Not so much an overview of every crypto in existence. Like I said, DEX Tools is pretty much similar, where you use this mostly to look at either new launches of coins or to look up coins in the past, whatever, that have either not been added to CoinMarketCap or because CoinMarketCap's charts are kind of wacky. And on these websites, if you go to any sort of coin, for example, if we click on Solana right here, we can see all the transactions as they're happening live. And sometimes you'll need that. And the last one is Pump.fun. What this website is basically for is it shows you like very, very recently listed cryptocurrencies that were listed on their platform. Because Pump.fun is just a platform where people can come on to launch coins. Extremely risky. You'll lose money most of the time, but also an opportunity to find coins really, really early. So let's explain. What does finding a coin early mean? And what is a meme coin even? So this was the chart for Solana, which is the chain that most meme coins are built on, especially the ones that are going viral recently. Most of them are Solana coins. You know, Solana is one of the top cryptocurrencies out there. And what it means that it's built on there is just, you can launch tokens, right? You can launch these cryptocurrencies on sort of different bases. You can launch it on Ethereum, you can launch it on Solana, you could even launch it on others, but let's just say the most popular ones are either Ethereum or Solana right now. Most of them are on Solana though, so that's what we're going to talk about today, even though they can be on many other platforms as well. And you can see it, these are the most trending coins right now. They all have a little thingy next to it that says Sol. It's because all of these are Solana coins. So what is a meme coin? Well, it's just something, right? A cryptocurrency that has a name, a logo, and that might be it. It might also have a story, which some people say is important. It might have websites, it might have some pictures to it, whatever. But generally speaking, it's just a name with an idea and a contract address. If we go to any sort of coin right here, for example, 𝗕𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗪𝗧𝗏, we'll find that if we look on the bottom right, it has a sort of contract address. This is just the identity basically of this coin. We can also copy it by pressing this button right here. It's to basically differentiate between all the different coins. If they're different coins, they've got a different address, right? It's just their contract is basically their identifier. Let's just call it like that. Anyway, so on places like DEX Screener or DEX Tools, you can find things that have just launched. Again, what it says right here is the price of the coin right now, the 24-hour change, a score. Don't worry about that too much just now. When it was created, how much volume it's got, how many times it's been swapped around, how volatile the pair has been, how liquid it is, the total, total market cap, there we go, on what DEX you could trade it, and some other actions you can take. You can't see it, but it's on the right. There you go. You can see. There's also a couple of different categories that it says here on the top, like, hey, you want only gaming, you want only memes, whatever. But for the most part, most of my friends nowadays go with DEX Screener because their customization is slightly better. So where do you get these coins? Well, to find out about them, like I said, there's 2 main ways. I'd say one is from Twitter, Telegram, Discord, whatever, right? We've got a Discord, Telegram, etc. You can find them with the link down below. Anyway, so number 1, you find them on those places, Discord, Telegram, whatever. Second is you find them on a centralized exchange. I've got a link down below to 𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀. It's a crypto exchange I'm using right now, and you can use it from everywhere in the world. Just check it out. The link is down below, but you can find them on there. 3 is you find them on any sort of ranking website, CoinMarketCap, DEX Screener, etc. And number 4 is you find them on Pump.fun, which basically means they're freshly launched. Again, there's other platforms, but these are by far the most popular. Some others also say you can find them in your wallet. Many people use Phantom as a wallet to hold these coins and hold their Solana, but I've never really had experience with finding them on there. So I can't say that's what most people do, but I've been told that people do that. So let's say we're looking through DEX Screener here, right? The problem with the earlier mentioned options is, for example, if we were to find it on a centralized exchange or CoinMarketCap, they're probably already going to be rather huge. If we go to memes right here, the smallest meme that's on here, in this top at least, let's quickly see. If we quickly sort it by size, is $30 million in market cap, which means it's relatively already quite large. Because on Pump.fun, you can literally maybe buy them when they're worth $1,000 in total, which obviously is significantly less than 32 or 30 million or whatever. The biggest meme coin right now is $63 billion. So again, even from that perspective, $20 million is not that much. But again, it's all relative. If we go to a place like DEX Screener though, we'll find a lot more variety. There'll be coins here that are 3 hours old that have got... Anyway, like I was saying, on here, on a place like DEX Screener, you'll find all sort of coins, ones that are just created, that have tons of volume, little volume, everything is on there, right? And that's where customization comes in. We can, for example, say we want to buy only coins that have recently launched. So we want age, right? We don't want it to be old and already, many people have gotten the chance to buy them, or they've already gone through cycles. For example, this 𝗕𝗃𝗀 coin, this one is already 8 days old. Now, I'm not saying that 8 days is old. I'm not saying it's very young. It just depends. Sometimes 8 days means, oh, it's fresh. On another angle, sometimes 8 days means, oh, it's completely, the hype is over. It'll never go back up. It's all quite relative. For example, this coin right here went really trending today. It's been up for 17 hours. It's gone up 40,000% in a day. And maybe this is it. So maybe this means if we bought it in the first 3 hours, we would have had success. And right now it's just dead and never going to recover. Right? Same for this one. This has been 26 days old. But this one, all of a sudden, maybe today is going up like crazy, meaning that 25 days was quite young because on the 26th day, it went crazy. So there's no real one line through it all. There's just a customization button on the top right, where if you're looking for something specific, actually it's the filter button, you can put it in. For example, hey, you want it to minimum have $100,000 worth of liquidity. You want the market cap to at least be 100,000, but you don't want them to be bigger than 1 million. So people apply all these different filters. I want, for example, minimum to be 1,000, as an example, right? 1,000 transactions. I want it to minimum be 10 minutes old, but not more than 24 hours old. You can put in all these different parameters for what exactly you're looking for, and that's the game you're going to play. You might say, Dusty, which parameters do I put? If it was that easy, then there'd be no game to it. There's, first of all, no real one line, and the second is this is where you are going to shine. If I tell everybody right now what to watch out for, and this is being honest with you, right? And this video gets a lot of views and everybody's looking for the exact same thing, it won't work anymore. It's the idea that everybody has different parameters, a different idea of what is a good coin or to where it can go, that these things work. Because if everybody's trying to buy, for example, coins that are at $71,000 market cap specifically, and everybody's trying to buy only at that point, the market does some crazy stuff. So again, I'm just preparing people with a very general explanation, but the exact details you'd have to find for yourself. And again, this is just to find new coins, for example. If we press apply, then you can see, hey, there's a couple of coins that fit my parameter. And then I could, for example, now see, hey, these coins have done pretty well over the last 24 hours. But because of the parameters I put in, I expect them, for example, to do better. So I'm going to buy into a few of them, for example. And the last video on my channel, like yesterday or maybe even today, was a video where I explained how to buy these coins step by step. But again, you're going to need Phantom wallet. If it's for Solana coins, you're going to need a way to get some Solana on there, which again, I explained in the previous video. And then you can trade them on whatever exchange, I'd say you want. Some people look up the coin directly in Phantom. Some people go to a place like Raydium or Jupiter and trade them on there. And you'll find all sorts of coins on a place like DEX Screener or DEX Tools. You'll find all sorts of them. Just like on CoinMarketCap, you'll find tons, but they're going to be slightly larger. Now, if you want real trenches, right? Like proper $10,000 worth of market cap can easily do 1,000x over the next few hours or go to zero 99% of the time. Then a place many like to go for is Pump.fun. So the concept of this website is very simple. You can easily make a coin. It's very cheap. And people look at the story. They might look at a live stream. I don't want to open it up right now because some things are kind of, okay, it's good. Here, for example, these all have a live stream. People like to look at them and perhaps buy in because of something they're doing on the stream. Or they like to buy in because of something it says. Here, for example, this one says a chill gym guy. Somebody's like, hey, you know what? I like the idea of this being a gym guy. I'm going to buy in. Or they buy in because it's at the top right here. This basically just means it's kind of trending right now. People like to buy in. What can happen though is there's always a developer. He's probably bought in a lot at very, very cheap prices. And so the thing you're most afraid of is this is PvP, meaning if I'm buying in, all my other brothers can be buying it with me. Yeah, we want it all to go up. But there can also be somebody or a lot of people who bought in very early who quickly sell because they've doubled, tripled, quadrupled the money. Because again, going from $10,000 market cap to $50,000 market cap means it's a 5x, right? It's 5x return. But it didn't necessarily take that much money to go from 10,000 worth of market cap to 50,000. So sometimes the person who made the coin is like, you know what? I just made $60. I'm going to take it all for myself and get out of here. And then sometimes people take it over and say, you know what? The developer who's had the most of the coins is out. Now let's run it. And sometimes it just goes to zero. You'll figure that out as you go. I'm just showing you the platform. There's also some filters you can go for here. For example, hey, you want to see which ones are the biggest that have ever launched on this website. Because even Peanut launched on here, meaning you could have bought this at like a $3,000 market cap. Right now it's 1.1 billion. The gains you would have made on this is just insane. And there's multiple of these where if you bought in early, you would have made bank basically. This one was 23 days ago, 30 days ago, a month ago, 2 months ago. You get the idea, right? Where if you were on this website buying the freaking small coins, I'm not saying you would have had a good win ratio. I'm just saying there would have been a chance that you were able to buy in at $30,000 worth of market cap. Or here, right here. This coin right now is at 50,000. It will probably go to zero, this peanut one, probably. But there is a chance that it won't. And this is basically where a lot of these coins nowadays start. Before, most of the memes you see right here, they weren't launched on a website like Pump.fun where all the parameters are the same. Then you had to watch out for what's the supply. How much does a dev really hold? Was the launch actually fair? All those things right now because of platforms like Pump.fun, which is basically where most coins get launched nowadays because it's kind of fair. How you can see it, by the way, is if you click a coin and you go over to the right where the contract is at, if you can see it ends at Pump. Right, you can see this contract ends at Pump. You know it was launched on there, which means it was like quote unquote fair. Still might mean the developer bought a lot though. It's not in that regard. It's just that at that point, like the price, the total amount of coins, they're all kind of predetermined. They're all mostly going to be similar. Not always, but mostly. Now to get to the part of how to buy and sell, on Pump, again, you'll find out for yourself. But if you just click one of these when it's still going on before it's bonded, etc., you can just connect your wallet and press buy right here with the amount of SOL you'd like to buy. It's pretty simple like that. If it's any other random coin that you'd like to buy, for example, I don't want to show you this. Let's go to a bigger one just so there's more of a chance of this coin still existing, when you guys watch this video in a few hours or a few days or a few weeks. Let's go to zero, bro, whatever, right? We just pick a coin right here. If you want to buy this coin, all we do is we go to the top right, we copy this address, right? By pressing this button right there, or down below, we copy this contract. We press copy, there we go. Some people have told me they use this search button nowadays to go in, type in what they're looking for, 𝗕𝗫𝗀𝗀, whatever, and then press it here, and then press this swap feature within Phantom if you've got some Solana in it. Never done that before. I always go to a place like Jupiter, a decentralized exchange. I up here put the SOL that I'm trying to buy, and then down here put whatever coin I'm trying to buy. So in this case here, I copy or paste the address, click it. Let's say, for example, I want to buy 0.1 SOL. I put it in, and then I press swap, which I don't have Solana in this wallet, so we can't, but then I press swap, click. Sometimes if you're buying a very, very new coin, it might have issues. For example, it says, hey, there's too much slippage. Basically, just go to this little gear icon and you go, switch to either. Let's go to fixed and you put your slippage, for example, at 5%. It just basically means you have a higher tolerance for what you allow in terms of price deviation. And it's basically if you're buying a very volatile coin, the price is going to go up and down so much. And because of the way that the exchange that you're using here works, you just might have to up the number. Don't worry about it too much. If it's not working, try clicking like 3 times. It might not work again. You click a third freaking time. If it doesn't work again, you up the slippage. Your price might not be perfect anymore, but after like 5 times of trying this, you'll learn exactly how it works. Now let's talk about how to sell. Pump.fun, there's a sell button right there. Simple, right? So you connected your wallet before, you buy here, whatever, 1 SOL. You want to sell, you click, hey, I want to sell 25, 50, whatever of my bag, and you place the trade. You might have to change your slippage like it says right there, but hey, you'll figure that out as time goes on. On here, it's as simple as just turning this around. Click, turn it around. Now we want to sell our chill guy, for example. We want to sell 1,000 chill guy for back to Solana. You can see we actually get a little bit more in Solana. Nice. No, but generally speaking, you just click the button to sell again. And people often ask me, so these stories of people turning $200 into 7 million, can they actually sell? Well, what you got to look at is if we go back to the chart of this one coin, we have to look at this number right here that says liquidity. These things change significantly, not liquidity as the number, but the parameters of can or the answer to can somebody sell once centralized exchanges are involved. Why and how? Well, so liquidity basically stands for how much money in terms of tokens and maybe Solana is there in the pool on, again, this decentralized exchange. We're getting into difficult territory now, but here, for example, on Radium, which is a DEX, just like Jupiter. How much money really is on there? How many tokens or how much Solana is in there for people to swap through? If this number is very low, first of all, it means that the price is pretty easily manipulated, because if somebody's taken out a lot of tokens out of the pool, obviously he's going to do a lot for the price. Anyway, point being, if, for example, somebody made $20 million, but the liquidity of the entire project is $6 million, he's not going to be able to cash out a lot. Well, he could, theoretically speaking, cash out a couple $1 million, but he's going to basically drain all the liquidity, meaning his price impact, so the price he could sell for, would be very, very bad. It's not as if you can see, for example, hey, I've got $20 million worth of this coin. Well, the moment you try to sell, you might only be able to sell it for 1.3 million, because you're going to take out so much Solana out of the pool that eventually, to sell more, you're going to keep basically having to give it away at a lower and lower price. So the more liquidity it has, the more you can freely swap without it having too much of an impact. Like I said, it changes though. Like for example, coin like Dogecoin, there's still liquidity issues, sure, but if we take a look, right, we can see, if we go to markets, here we go, that it's basically on everywhere. Binance, Coinbase, everywhere. The depth here, meaning 2% up, 2% down. If you want to sell a couple $1 million, like $5 million worth of Doge, well, basically here, let's just say that within a 2% range of the price, there's $5 million available. In the last day, there's like $4 billion that was traded. If you want to sell a couple $1 million worth, first of all, it's not going to change the price that much. And second of all, like I just kind of said, this means you also won't lose that much when trying to sell it quickly. So yes, you can. In the answer on the 𝗂𝘀, if you sell, for example, $100,000 a day for a while, you can do it. So you can, literally speaking, cash out. But if you try to sell 20 million at once, bam, you're going to get a really bad price. You can sell your tokens if you want to, but you're going to get yourself a really, really bad price. So most people, there's a few ways in which they sell. If they got large quantities, they either do an OTC deal, which means they sell to another buyer, wherever. You sell slowly, which is what most people do, right? You sell, for example, $100,000 a day by selling $1,000 every 5 minutes. Who cares, right? You wait for exchange listings. A lot of people do that. They wait for more liquidity to come on in. And because if you're selling on a DEX, people can see your sale, right? I can see every transaction that went through. If you're selling on a place like Coinbase or Binance, nobody knows who sold exactly. So people don't know how much money an address made. And the last option is to just, okay, there's more, but let's just say last option is to full clip it, sell everything, and just get yourself a bad price. But if you had $20 million worth, you might still get yourself, $2 million worth or whatever, which is still pretty good if you put $100 in, if you get my idea. But so the concern of, can you really sell? Well, I've said this on multiple occasions. It's not really a concern of can you sell, it's a concern of how to get there, right? Because the moment your wallet goes from $100 to 20 million, your biggest concern is not, can I really sell it? Or at least at that point it might be. But right now in your position, it's not a concern that you should be having. Your concern should be, how do I get this 20 million? Because it's a very privileged position, which doesn't happen to many, that they turn $100 into 20 million, and then they start complaining about, oh, how do I actually get some money? If you get to 20 million in a coin that's as large as this one, because again, if the coin has $3 million worth of market cap, or even 10 trillion, it doesn't mean there's actually any liquidity. Liquidity here matters a lot. If this number for a coin this large, right, said $4,000, it basically means you can't sell anything because there's $4,000 in liquidity. That's why liquidity, to a lot of extents, depending on what liquidity is based out of, but let's just say liquidity matters more than the market cap. Volume, people put a lot of effort or a lot of emphasis on transactions or volume. Those both can be faked. Theoretically speaking, you can do 1,000 transactions with $10, and volume-wise, you can just send the same buy and sell behind it. You're going to have to pay a fee and a slight spread, but generally speaking, you can do a lot of volume with a very, very little amount of effort or money. Bots nowadays can do it. These two are relevant because if they have neither, then the project is probably not backed properly. But if they have really high numbers, it doesn't necessarily mean good. It could be just easily manipulated. Then again, they all do it. Makers is quite nice. Again, this number can easily be manipulated though, because obviously there's farms out there. Now, people have asked me also, it's 0.41. Is that high or low? Well, it really depends. Because it's a Pump.fun coin, wait, I'm not even sure if it's a Pump.fun coin. Doesn't matter. What it's going to say, for most of those, the market cap to price ratio is going to be the same. So 41 cents means 411 million market cap. 303 million market cap means 30 cents. But it could be that you're buying a coin which doesn't have that. So don't hold that. Whatever the cent price, the dollar price says here is not relevant because Dogecoin is at 43 cents. This other coin, whatever, Peanut is at $1.12. But still, Dogecoin is worth significantly more than peanut is. So the dollar price does not matter. For that perspective, you got to look at market cap. But sometimes, if we just quickly filter through, there's a coin here that has $8.4 billion worth of market cap. People think this is the best coin then. No, there's just something quote unquote wrong. It's up 2 million%. They could also do, for example, make a new coin that you cannot sell, so it looks really crazy good, or the liquidity sometimes is very low. There's just something crazy going on here. Let's just say there's some shenanigans ongoing, or a glitch of sorts, but generally speaking, if there's a crazy outlier like that, you can just ignore it and move on. And I think we've addressed everything we needed to address. You know, how to buy, where to find them, how to sell. I think we've got everything. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you press the like button. Make sure you put the notification bell on for further updates. Yeah, if there's any question, leave them down below. I might get to another video tomorrow. Who knows? It depends on whatever's still unclear. But I think the only thing unclear can be how to put money in your Phantom, etc. But I've made so many videos about that. If you don't know, go find that out first before trying this, because these are, like I said, the trenches, right? This is not you and everybody being friends. People will sell you out for like $7. So be careful. If you're in all these voice chats, etc., a lot of people are not here to be friends with you. Get that, all right? It's a very, very dark place to be in if you're in these trenches where you're buying coins at like $10,000 for the market cap. This is $1 billion, right? As at this point, whatever somebody says is not going to move the price that much if you're talking about your friend, etc. If you're talking about a coin that just got launched on here, like all these very, very new coins, okay, I'm not showing them, but if we were to go select by new right here, we buy all the new coins, it's a struggle, man. But yeah, there's more to that story about how to use Pump.fun, but I've got a tutorial on that too, and I think this is good enough for now because we're already at 20 minutes, and people like 4-minute videos, so this is a very in-depth explanation, but I hope it's going to help somebody out there, and that's about it.